Thank you guys for tuning in to Shop Talk Radio 2020. I am your host, Joni, and today I have Star here with me, guys. Um, I just want to say thank you for tuning in. Make sure you guys check me out on my YouTube channel, Shop Talk Radio 2020, and my Instagram, Shop Talk Radio 2020. And Star, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Joni. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, despite so much going on around us.
Yeah, you got to be good. Just have to be good on a personal level because everything else is crazy.
Right. I think it's just in the air. But what are we gonna do about these men?
Honey, I see that life is truly short, and all we can do is really just go with the flow. Go with the flow and keep your options open, and don't take anything personal.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think? What do you think about like inconsistency, like men who cannot seem to get it together as far as their woman, or as far as supporting, or as far as just doing their role? What do you think is up with that? What do you think?
The first thing that I think is like a lack of role models. I know that we're dealing with more than one generation who didn't have the positive father role model, and to say that a lot of them didn't have a father figure at all, and it has trickled down and affected the generations to this current generation.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
Some type of mentorship, um, some type of mentorship for men and women. Just
Yeah.
like you are an awesome mentor for women, and women listen. They're going to be empowered, and they're going to be their better self. So I feel the same thing is needed for men.
Well, I hope the message gets or reach out however many people, because we actually need it. And you're right. Like in our communities of people, there are not enough leaders, for the youth and the men to see how it is to be a man.
That's so true. That's
You
so
know,
true.
yeah, and I feel like women cannot teach a man how to be a man.
Definitely cannot. It's a waste of time, and it's not our lane. We don't.
Right.
We can only teach. We could teach them how to treat us, but that's it.
Right. That's absolutely true. Because it's like, you're fighting a hard rock when you try to tell a man how to be a man, because they don't want to hear it.
Definitely not from a woman.
No, they don't want to hear it. But guess what? Women are the leaders, actually. But you know what I'm saying? It's hard to get a man to see his potential. If a man don't see his own potential, how is he going to lead the woman? Like it's a lot of stuff going on in relationships today where it's a problem where the man is not leading his household.
Yeah, and like you said, that kind of advice and wisdom and mentorship, it needs to come from a man to a man.
Exactly.
It needs to
Yeah.
come
So
from
go ahead.
I was just saying it needs to come from a man to a man for them to even consider listening and absorbing and applying it to their life. It has to come from somebody that they respect and admire, because if it
Right.
does, it's just gonna go in one ear out
Out
the
the
other.
other.
That's like somebody who's doing nothing with their life trying to tell us, give us some advice.
Right. But a man needs to respect another man to even, like you said, to even listen to him or follow him. I mean,
Yeah,
it's not even, it's so hard. It's not even just respect. It's just the men in a whole and who they are. You know what I'm saying? I think they're battling who they are, because it's so much on social media. It's so much that's in the world that's changing the dynamic of the man. If you see, if you see what I see, and there's a lot of male transformation as far as dress and as far as talk And as far as look, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's up with that?
You are.
No, I'm serious though, because the stuff, how are the youth and the young people and the young men? And when I speak about young, I mean, I'm talking about from like 14 young men that's growing up to 35-year-old men who are not doing what they supposed to be doing in the world. Like, I'm just, tell me, help me out.
I mean, we've been going in circles about this. Like I said,
I
it's gonna have to.
know,
It's
I
gonna have
know.
to be It's gonna have to come from a man that they respect and admire.
Well, you know what I did? Not to cut you off, I brought a guy on here, and hopefully you guys got a chance to hear him out. But that's what I'm gonna do. I'm searching out for some men to come on here and give their perspective. Because me and you, we can go over this over and over and over again, and hopefully someone will hear it and it will help them out. But we do need some men's voices. You're right.
We
Because
do.
yeah,
Like I said, I mean, like they say, you can take a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. But we can. But I think the problem is right now there's no one to bring them to. And I'm a very spiritual person, but it has to be on a level to me that's not spiritual. You could bring the spiritual in after that, but it has to be
right,
some type of general understanding, common sense kind of things to
right.
get
Worldly. It has to come from the world because that's how people are living. They're living worldly. They're in the world. The world is open. People's eyes are open. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, in our communities, the men, I'm not gonna say all. And when I'm speaking, guys, I'm not saying all men because it can't be all. There's a lot of good men out here. There's a lot of good men out here. There's a lot of good women out here doing what they're supposed to do. That's why the world is revolving. So I'm not saying all. I'm just saying it's a lot that's not doing or not being consistent in their households. You know what I'm saying? Like it's creating, situations with the wives and the girlfriends and the whatever you want to call them. But it's too much. It's havoc. It creates havoc when the man is not consistent in doing what he need to do.
Most definitely. And I would say that there's a percentage of those situations that just shouldn't be in a relationship because obviously you need to get yourself together first.
Exactly.
Before you bring a family into it, and now you have this woman who has to operate as a strong woman, but she's broken at the same time. That's what a lot
Right.
of have to deal with.
Right.
But I definitely agree with you, and I feel like the work that you're doing is going to benefit it. And I believe that as you continue bringing on the men perspective, I believe that a light bulb is going to go off for somebody
I hope so.
because just like a man and a woman, raising a child, it seems like the child has more fear and respect for the male perspective than the woman is in one ear and out the other. So we just need men to stand up on this topic for us, and I know that they will because right is right and wrong is wrong. They're only gonna tell you what's right,
Right. Yeah, I agree with you. So I'm gonna get that together and hopefully let's talk about it. Guys, make sure you go check out my YouTube channel. I have a series on there called Let's Talk About It. We need to talk and have a dialogue so people maybe can learn because it seems like nobody's teaching.
That's right.
Like how I grew up with a hard knocks type of teaching, but I learned something. You know what I'm saying? I learned something on how to be a woman and how to, which is through experiences, hard life, the Bible, church, growing up, listening to your aunties, seeing your uncles, how they move, the streets. But it's different today. What do you think changed with that?
Respect, first of all, respect and a code that people live by that they don't live by no more.
No, the code is
And
gone. You're right.
yeah, And females, I would just say so many years have passed that they ain't getting beat up like they used to for messing with somebody, man. So they don't forgot the consequences.
You know what I'm saying? The code. Yeah. What happened to the G code? It was a G code, and we knew what that was. It's a level of what you do is not what you do, is how you do it.
Yeah.
And there's no more of that. You're right. Elaborate on the code again. Elaborate a
Yeah,
little.
like yeah, you know the codes, the do's and the do nots. It's like a silent code of morals, even in the streets. You know, it was a, you know, there's a code of moral and respect for people, you know, that's not present now. You know, and social media is evident of that because see, I would never imagine in 100 years, like seeing people say mean things to celebrities or anybody. We wouldn't dare because there
Right.
was a
You're right.
respect level. There was a
Right.
respect level. Even if you think somebody is whack or you think how they look or they didn't do a good job, you don't type that on the internet.
Right. Yeah.
Yourself.
Yeah. And that shows you right there that the internet is like has taken over the mindsets. Like the internet has caused a little bit of damage as far as growth.
Definitely, and I'm not even a man, but like I said, every time I open my Instagram, I see somebody shaking their naked butt. So imagine if I was a man. I mean, I see them shaking their naked butt. I gotta stop and look at it too, because it's in my face.
Right, it's right there.
So I mean, imagine if you a man. Of course they looking because they're attracted. We're not even attracted to it, and we still look at it because it's right there. So
Right.
I mean, I wish stuff like that wouldn't even pop up on my timeline. Honestly,
Well, you know, you got the hide button. There's a hide button. You can hit that button, but it's so much that pop up that like that's a lot to do.
Yeah, so it's a full-time job.
Right. It's a lot to do because I have hidden a lot of stuff that I don't like you know, racist stuff. You know, people come on there with just the craziest things. You're like, no, I don't want this down my timeline.
Right.
I don't know.
The only thing that I would just like to mention, you know, because I love the male perspective. I just love it because it's always eye-opening. It makes you think. It's like talking to a wise person. It's a perspective that as a woman, you just can't see for yourself. But as a woman, you know, I would like to elaborate maybe on the next episode, just defining what is honor and what is loyalty. Because a lot of people say it, but they don't know what it is. So
Well, I'll give you a little bit of that. Just a little bit of what I think loyalty is. For me, a loyal person is somebody who is loyal to themselves first, and loyal to God and his or whoever your God is, and loyal to what you believe in. So once you believe in that level of loyalty, that means I'm gonna be loyal to myself, whether it's a whether it's uh hold on. My bad. I'm gonna have to edit that. But whether it's like something that you're trying to be loyal to or something that you believe in, loyalty starts there. You know what I mean? And then trust comes in with that level of loyalty, and then honor with it, which is honesty. So all of that is connected in together. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? And to be loyal to someone, you have to believe in that person. You have to see what that person has to offer you that you can be that loyal to someone. That's a hard thing. Loyalty, yeah, that's not easy to do, you know. And right now there's no loyalty. Nobody's loyal today,
yeah.
you
And
know.
I would just like to add on to that, as we talked about honor. Honor to me is putting whatever person you're with, your man, or if you're the man and it's your woman, whatever person you're with, honor is putting that person above all other people. Even like it's written, a man shall leave his mother and father and cleave to his wife. That means that that wife is even above that.
That's
Okay.
a whole level, another level. Yeah.
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 but you know, that's such a high standard, and I just feel like the generation that we in is just it's just way behind and just lost, really, just
Yeah,
lost.
nobody knows loyalty. Like when you ask that, I'm like, okay, loyalty. No, we've talked about that before, but nobody's loyal. Nobody's not gonna say, oh, you gotta always say not all, because people so sensitive. The people sensitive. Everything you say is like you have to correct it because you might rub somebody the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Loyalty. Be loyal to something. Be loyal. Loyalty comes. Yeah, you can't be loyal to everyone. It's very few many loyal. Mm-mm. Can't be no fool being loyal. You know what I'm saying?
Say that.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You no. Mm-mm. Now, loyalty is not don't come in the vocabulary as often. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm loyal to you. Oh, I'm a loyal person. No, that's not something you just disclose. That's something within. That means I'll take a bullet for you. That's loyalty to me. To me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and
And when
like you,
somebody is loyal, I just feel like nobody is perfect. I understand that. But it just feels like when somebody is truly loyal to you, like you said, you can feel it.
yeah,
You'll feel security. You'll feel peace, knowing that somebody is really beside you. You know,
right.
because it's either that or they the ops. So
Exactly. You have to, loyalty comes with truth, honesty. Loyalty comes with believing in someone. You have to see it to believe it. So you say you loyal, let me see it. You can talk it all day long, but I need to see it. Some people are visionaries. You know what I'm saying? You can speak it all day long, but I need proof. Let me see how loyal you are.
I need you to prove your love to me or get out the way because I
That's
got stuff to
right.
do, people to see. I don't got time
Right.
to play. I don't got time to play. So prove your love or leave me alone.
Right. But why do you think men can't do that? Like you ask a woman can ask a man, or vice versa. Man can ask a woman for loyalty. He wants that loyalty, or she wants that loyalty. But why is it so hard for a person to show that? They want their cake and eat it too. A lot of people want
Yeah,
their cake and eat it too.
I definitely think that it starts with maturity, respect, and morals. And if a person don't have one or any of those, they just gonna be what they
Waste
are.
time.
Yeah,
Right.
play
Yeah.
games. Like I said, listen, I'm just thankful because see, I've always been somebody who really felt like they needed their love life for everything else to be good. That's how I
You know.
always,
Hmm.
just as a woman. But I have to move past that now because it's a distraction now. Even though it's
Right.
something I want, even though it's something that I want and that I deserve to have a happy family and a happy marriage. I feel like it's a birthright as a woman. It's not something we should ask for. It's a birthright. Have a
Right.
husband that
Right.
loves you and a happy family. That's a birthright. It's
Right. And
nothing.
there's nothing for him to give you that. That
Yeah.
that what you just said right there, that's that level of loyalty that a person should not have a problem with. That's showing loyalty. When
Yeah.
somebody is that's dedicated to you and true to you, that's showing a side of loyalty. Okay, but you got to give it. You know what I'm saying? And the woman seems to give her whole self to a man, and he gives maybe part of himself, and that's the problem today.
That
it's
is
it's a
exactly the
difference
problem.
today.
That's exactly the problem. And you nailed it. You nailed it. And as a woman, it's important to realize a man is not giving you, the same that you're giving him, then you have to evaluate what you're doing, you know.
Right, exactly.
And,
Yeah. Why
and
are you doing it?
yeah, I mean, you're doing it because you love him and you're choosing him over other people.
Well, why
But
are you continuing to do it? Women, you see it happening. He's doing the same thing, or she's doing the same thing over and over and over, but you still taking it and you still stand. And that is probably part of because I love them and my
yeah,
family. But what about your sanity all in one? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, you have to, like you said, that's where the dating comes in. You can't get stuck on one person that ain't doing right. That's
Right.
you don't deserve that. So
Because
what you
that's
have
like a relationship.
exactly. And if they ain't doing it, like I said, if you don't have loyalty and honor, you don't have a relationship, first of all. That's how I feel. Because if I gotta constantly question what a man is doing, and who is this person and who is that person, I don't have a man.
Right, exactly. He everybody man. If you
Right.
asking your man about what he doing, where he at, blah, 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 that's not a relationship. That's that's not
That's drama.
that's drama.
Yeah.
That's headache. That's not peace. You want peace. A man wants peace. They drive for peace. And a woman wants peace. That goes both ways, you know. That's why I really believe in the 50-50. When they say the man is the head. Yes, the man is the head, but leave me with a head. Leave me with the head up here. Don't leave me with the head down there. You know what I'm saying? If the man is the leader, lead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, lead, because you being the head, meaning that everything is out of order because I'm operating as the head. I shouldn't even be having to do as much thinking as I'm doing
Exactly.
because you're the head, not me. I'm just supposed to help you with what you're thinking and planning. I
That's
ain't supposed
right.
to do it at all.
That's right. And that's it right there, because you are the helpmate. We are the helpmates. We are the help. We are there for peace. We are there to take care of the man. We are there to bring him whatever it is that he needs. That's what we're there for. We're there for his second mind. We're there to help him with everything. You hear me?
Everything.
Everything a woman does. But
Yeah,
the men coming halfway.
that's
They
right.
coming halfway, and it's
We
you
need
know.
we need a change. We need a change. We need 100%. We need to feel taken care of in on all levels.
That's
You
right.
know,
Complete.
yeah,
Complete. Full
wholeness.
circle. Full circle. And you know, I've been doing this for like, oh my goodness, it's been a while. And we've been talking about the same thing. We've been trying to, maybe somebody can hear it. And that's the whole point, is if somebody can hear it and be like, maybe is that what I'm doing? Wow, that
And
makes
that's
sense.
and that's what's gonna happen. So I'm so proud of you and happy for you for what you're doing because this is work that's important. It's at the core of relationships and families. And I just believe that a child deserves love from two people who love each other and
Right.
nothing less. And
Yeah.
nothing less.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely needed uh now more than ever. Now more than ever. It is needed. And I hope that, we're gonna continue this. We're gonna come back with some more, and hopefully it helps somebody, because I know it's needed. Because guess what? When I was growing up as a young lady, back then your parents really didn't talk to you like they went around corners to tell you what not to do.
Right.
It was so harsh and raw. That's the only way you can get it. It's straight face, but then they keep what you really need. They're not giving you all. So
Right.
I changed that in my growing with my children, whatever I did, how I moved in my life, to do it different, which is give it all, give the full story. If you're gonna help somebody or lead them to the waters, tell them why you walking towards the water. Tell them what you're gonna get if you walking towards the water, and once you reach that water, what's the reward? You know what I'm saying? Tell them why not to cross the water, and what the reward is. Won't be a reward. It might be danger. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
So that's all this is. That's all this is. And hopefully, guys, Star, is there anything else you want to close on or leave or say to the people?
No, just live your life and let live. Enjoy your life. Don't take the hurtful things that people do personal and stay focused and